The library. I was a sophomore in high school, Harrison. I believe they called it free period. I was sitting with Dave and Mary up front close to Mrs. Whitledge. She was the head librarian, I guess. She was always there, and all she did was check out books and constantly shooshed us and said no talking. The three of us were there for one reason, to talk. We had to whisper that day being close to her, the target. The three of us were going to witness the crime. We had no idea what was about to happen. Nobody liked the old lady. She was around 70. That day she was wearing a navy blue dress, white hair and glasses with a chain so they could dangle around her neck. She never had a kind word pop out of her mouth. This day was payback for her. I remember looking at the clock at the top of the hour so the bell would ring and we'd have 5 minutes to get to our next class. Dave would always lean back in his chair on the back legs. This day, Dave would fall over backward and it made a huge noise hitting the hard floor. When he landed, the loud ass bell rang premeditated attack on Whitledge. So, here's how it went. Dave falls, the bell rings, and Whitledge starts screaming at the top of her lungs and starts running out of the library into the hall, crying and screaming. A double diversion for the three of us didn't know shit about what just happened. Since we were sitting way up front, we never saw Robin Hood's men empty their quivers. Around 8 or 9 guys had planned the whole attack out. When the bell rang, it was the signal to launch. The perps had embedded needles into the erasers of pencils, and at the bell they darted the old lady. The band of merry men ran from the library, high speed. Whitledge had run her old ass to the nurse's office for help. Sitting up front, I had a good view of her and noticed things hanging off her dress and arms. 4 to 6 airborne torpedoes hit their target. The three of us still didn't know what had just occurred. We were all called into the vice principal's office and interrogated. We were lucky, being up front.